Hey there guys, welcome to another video on English 101. Today we have spelling rules. Today we're going to take the ed forms of the verbs. Of course, the ed form is usually used, or actually all the time used with the past tense. And in English, the past tense verbs are divided into two types, the regular and the irregular. In this video, we're going to take the regular, and maybe in another video, I'll show you the irregular verbs and how to use them. Okay, so verbs in the regular past are usually end with ed. So mostly all of them end with ed, but the pronunciation of the past ending is not always the same. So there's usually a difference. The most common characteristic of the regular past is the ed, is adding the ed to the base form of the verb. For example, work, worked, play, played. But here, you could hear a difference in the ending. Worked, worked, played, played. So work, the ed, the ending sounds like a T. For example, dream, dreamt. You could actually hear the T. So there's some verbs, the ending ends with the ed, but it sounds, the pronunciation is like a T. But as for play, played, it sounds like a D. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Verbs that end with E. So verbs that end with E, you just add a D to it. You don't double the E and all that stuff. So you just add a D. Like live, lived. Decide, decided. Yeah, that's it for the E. So when you ever find an E, just add a D to it. The third one, verbs that end in a consonant plus Y. So when you see Y and before it a consonant, you take off the Y and you put an I and then you add an ed. Like try, tried. So try, the Y, before the Y is an R, which is a consonant. So we take off the Y, we add an I, and then we put the ed. Study, studied. So I want you guys to go back to the first example, which is play, played. It also ends with a Y, but how come we didn't take off the Y and put an I instead of it? Anybody can tell me what happened there? Okay, so I'll tell you what happened. Before the Y, is it a vowel or a consonant? Yes, exactly, it's a vowel. And whenever you see a vowel before the Y, you keep the Y. You keep it and just act like it's a normal verb and add ed. But when there's a consonant before it, you have to change it into an I and add ed. Okay, the fourth point, verbs that end in consonant plus vowel plus consonant, you double the final consonant and then you add ed. For example, stop, stopped. So stop, S-T-O-P, T is consonant, and then O, vowel, and then P, consonant. So you double the final consonant, which is the P, and then you add ed. For example, managed, or tugged, tugged. So T-U-G, tug. It's a T, consonant, vowel, consonant. So you're going to have to double the final consonant, which is the G, and then you add ed. Yeah, so, but here we have something that you need to really concentrate on, but do not final the final consonant when, so we have two very important points. When we do not double the final consonant, when the last syllable is not stressed. For example, listen, listened. So you don't double the last letter because it's not stressed. So the last syllable is not stressed. The second one, last consonant, is a W or an X. For example, allow, allowed. You don't double the W or the X. Box, boxed. You just add an ed. As simple as that.